much for joining me bright and early at Rocket
It's
Legions.
good to be here.
Absolutely. So fill me in. I mean, it's been a little while since we've caught up with the band. God, I think one of the last times was one of the Orion festivals.
Oh wow,
It's been a very, very long time.
that's a long time ago.
I know that the new album comes out October 7th.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's
Breathe
awesome.
in the water.
Are you guys excited for it?
We're very excited for it.
How much of a departure is it from Burn the Serum?
It's a bit of a departure actually. It's first of all, it's definitely what the band wanted to write, and with less influence from outside world. It's heavy. It's got a lot of the same elements, but in more of a direction that we wanted to take it.
That's awesome. Can you pick one or two songs in particular and tell me a little bit about the mindset in the studio when you were putting it together? Is there anything that stands out?
I mean, "Breathe in the Water" is the self-titled, the title track. Actually, it's a great. To me, it's one of the great songs in the album, and I mean, don't quote me on this because my Eddie writes the material and the lyrics, but I believe it's about the Syrian refugee situation. And I think there was an article where a boat was capsized and a man lost his kid or something like that. So it's based on that, and I think it's a really rocking jam. And musically, I think it speaks to people. Lyrically, that's to be determined on whether the people interpret it that way. But Eddie never seems to write lyrics on what he wants it to be interpreted as. I think he wants the listener to interpret it as they want to interpret it.
Absolutely. I think I heard, oh God, who was it? I think it was Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. I had said something like that. They may write a song about one particular thing, but they actually want people to take their own messages away, because we all do take a little something.
Yeah, I think that's important, and I think it's great because, I mean, how much of us have listened to songs where later down the line you're like, oh, I had no idea that's what it's about. But to yourself, it still means what you thought it meant. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's what I think music is such a uniting force with people. I mean, even at these festivals like Rock Allegiance, you see a lot of, I mean, it's all rock, but there's still a lot of genre diversity and all that, but it has such a uniting spirit about it. Everybody could take away their own little bit of therapy from it.
Exactly.
How therapeutic is it from a creative side for you?
It's very, it's you're out there, expressing yourself musically, visually, and it's a great feeling, to see people walk away with a feeling of joy and getting something out of it. Like you said, you can walk away with something no matter what band you're there to see. But it's a great feeling again. It's kind of like being a chef and you make this incredible dish that takes you hours to make. But then it just takes that one or two people to say that was amazing. So that's why we do it.
Is it still surreal for you guys as musicians when fans will come up to you and say, hey, this song in particular helped me through this difficult time? Or
it is very surreal. It's a rewarding feeling too, though, because again, that's why you write, that's why you play, that's why you're out there touring, and that's kind of the best payment. I mean, of course, money means a lot, but what good is money if you're just going with the motions and not really getting anything out there to the world?
Absolutely. Is it getting harder for you guys to craft a set list? Are you sneaking any new material in there?
Yeah, we got I think we got about two new songs in this particular set that we're going to be playing.
That's gotta be refreshing for you guys,
the
new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even cooler when people react to it and tell you after the set, oh, that new song's awesome. So it's great, and we're throwing in a lot of the old stuff and mixing it all together.
I always feel like at a festival, it's like the greatest hits collection. Everybody's we gotta put that one staple from each thing in there.
Yeah, we always try to mix. I mean, we generally try to keep the set the same, but we kind of sometimes try to throw in new songs, not new from the album, but just songs that are not normally on the set.
So you guys are heading out with Clutch after this,
yes,
right?
Clutch and Zach Wild and Zach Sabbath, the Kyng. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. We can't wait for that. Clutch is right up our alley. We've toured with them before. We've toured with Black Label Society as well before. But to be touring with him doing Zach Sabbath, I think is so awesome. I mean, that guy is just amazing at everything he does, and I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan generally. So to anybody who does Black Sabbath is is okay with me, you know. But when it's the man himself, Zach Wilde, doing it, it's like, fuck yeah, I'm all in, you know.
Absolutely. So what's like one of the oddest celebrity encounters you've had at a show? Is there anybody you've been surprised to find out was a fan of Kyng?
Geez, you know, there's been lots of moments. I was just talking to someone earlier in an interview. I mean, we toured with Megadeth, and my fiance and I were headed to an event for NAMM weekend, and we were walking into the venue, the House of Blues, and we were walking away through the parking lot, and then all of a sudden I hear somebody yell out "Kyng," and I'm thinking, you know, because even then I'm still like in denial when fans yell out the band. I always think it's a friend messing with me, you know, and I'm like, just keep walking, baby, you know. I think it's somebody messing with me. So then I hear it again, like maybe 3 times, and I'm like, just keep going. And then I hear my name. It's like Tony, and I turn around and it's Dave Mustaine and his wife. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this picture, you know? So I turn around and it's him, and you know, we hug it out, and you know, he introduces me to his wife, and I introduce him to my fiance, and he was just saying how much he loves us and how great we are, and talking about our vocal harmonies, and so to hear that from a legend is just amazing and surreal, you know. So that's probably one of the greatest encounters that I've had.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you guys had to choose a cover song that would be odd to do, that's a little bit out of the Kyng wheelhouse, what would it be? Is there anything we'd be surprising?
If you're speaking about something that we've attempted before, or just something that I would pick out, just
Either or. Is there anything floating around that's like hidden on the depths of YouTube somewhere?
well, I mean, I know we have done various times "Hot for Teacher" by Van Halen, and that one gets a great reaction, and we kind of put it away in the vault because we have new material, and the set times are not as long as we would like them to be. But you know, whenever we get an opportunity, you know, we do that. We'd like to possibly record "Megalomania" from Black Sabbath, you know, which is a deep track. It's not one that very many people play. But I mean, we've even had talks about doing a Fiona Apple song, "Fast as You Can." And obviously it'll be a much different version than hers. But I mean, the list is endless. You know, David Bowie's definitely at the top of the list. We've done Starman. So, yeah.
I always love to hear a different band's interpretation.
Right,
like,
their version of it.
Especially like outside the genre. Because
Totally.
you just take a whole different thing away from it. It's crazy.
Like, didn't the Foo Fighters do a Prince song one time?
Yeah.
So.
It's definitely been cool. Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to seeing you guys out on the road.
We got to get a shot of your earrings. Those are like the coolest earrings.
Yeah.
Get a shot of that. Those are cool.
Thank you.
Nice shirt, by the way. Love those guys.
Thanks.